Erev Tov Rabotai, we are continuing with our Mishna Yomi Masechet Eduyot. We are up to Perek Aleph Mishnah Vav. Today's Mishnayot should be Le'ilui Nishmat, Neria ben Svetlana Ranbaev, Eliyahu ben Burcha Israelov, Chana bat Miriam, Sason ben Ryan, Yoshua ben Shifra, Menuchatam began Eden, Amen. And Avdil ben Chaim Lechaim, V'derefua Shelemav, Daniel Shalom ben Rosa, Betor Shah Chole Israel, and Achlama Merav Binyamin Otzion Chai ben Dvorah. Itana questions the previous Mishnah. Amar Rabbi Yehuda said, if this is so, that we mention the opinions of individual Tanaim, so that if a court rules like them, its ruling cannot be overturned. Lama maskirin divrei yachid ben hamerubin levatala. Why do we mention the opinion of an individual Tana together with the majority opinion, even in a case where his words are irrelevant because no court may ever rule like him? Now, this refers to the type of opinion that may never be followed. For example, it goes against the rabbinic decree that has been accepted by the entire Jewish nation. Such a decree may never be overturned, even if there is a minority opinion that disagrees with it. In such a case, what purpose is there in following what an individual Tana said? Now, Rabbi Yehuda gives his own reason why the Mishnah mentions opinions that are not followed. Shim yomar adam kachani mikubal. We mentioned the opinions of individual Tanaim so that if a person will say, I have received such and such a law as a tradition from my teacher, why do we not follow it? Yomarlo kidivrei ploni shamata. One can say to him, the law that you heard is the opinion of such and such a Tana. However, the majority disagreed with him, and therefore the law follows the majority and not your tradition. If the Mishnah did not record minority opinions, a person who has been taught a law that is not followed might think that his tradition is the correct one, and everyone else is acting incorrectly. Now that the Mishnah records all opinions, he can see that his tradition is in fact an opinion that was overruled by the majority. And that is then of Mishnah Vav. The next two Mishnayot discuss cases where Bet Shammai and Bet Hillel, the students of Shammai and Hillel, have a dispute, but Shammai himself disagrees with both of them. We're up to Mishnah Zion. The first case concerns a law about bones from a human corpse. A human corpse has the highest possible level of tumah, and it spreads tumah to any person or object that touches or carries it. In addition, it spreads tumah through a process known as oil roof as follows. If a person or object forms a roof over a corpse, the corpse forms a roof over it, or it is under the same roof as a corpse, the person or object becomes tameh. Tumah can be spread this way not only by an entire corpse, but even by parts of a corpse, as long as those parts are a certain size. For example, human bone spreads tumah through oil as long as there is a quarter kav of it. However, bones spread tumah through other methods, such as to a person who touches or carries them, even if they're only the size of a barley corn. The Mishnah cites a dispute about what kinds of bones must make up the quarter kav in order to spread tumah through ohel. Bet Shammai Amrim, Bet Shammai say, Rova atzamot mina atzamim, a quarter kav of bones spreads tum'ah through all if they come from any combination of bones, ben mishnayim, ben mishlosha, whether they are from a single corpse and whether they come from 2 or 3 different corpses. Bet Hillel's opinion, Bet Hillel Amrim, Bet Hillel say, Rova atzamot mina gviyah, a quarter kav of bones spread tumah through all only if they come from a single corpse. Merova binyan or merova minyan. Moreover, the bones must come either from the majority of the frame of the skeleton, meaning the majority of the skeleton's height without the skull. For example, 2 leg bones, the bones from the ankles to the knees, and a thigh bone, the bone from the knee to the hip. These bones together represent a majority of the height of an adult, as it says in Gemara Bechorot, page 45a, or from the majority of the number of bones in the skeleton. The human body is made of 248 bones, so a majority of the skeleton is 125 bones. According to Bet Hillel, a quarter kav of bone spreads tumah through oil only if it is made up of pieces of bone that come from the majority of the skeleton's frame, or of pieces of bone that come from 125 different bones. However, if the pieces of bone come, for example, from only 2 arm bones, or from 100 small bones, they do not spread tumah through ohel. If the bones make up the entire majority of the frame, meaning there are 2 complete leg bones and a complete thigh bone, or the entire majority of the number of bones, for example, 125 complete bones, the bones spread tumah through all, even if they are less than a quarter kav. Now, Bet Shammai and Bet Hillel both hold that the quarter kav must come from more than one of the corpse's bones. Shammai disagrees. Shammai says, afilu metzam echad, even a quarter kav that comes from a single bone spreads tumah through ohel. And the Rav tells us that Halacha follows the opinion of Bet Hillel. And that is then of Mishnah Zayin. And that is then Rabotai of today's Mishna Yomi. Baruch Adonai Leolam. Amen v'amen.